And to be really honest, I thought that I would talk tonight about what it really takes to get fit because and of course I got the A students on here tonight, and we don't have a big group like normal because I didn't re-announce to everybody that we're having a group tonight. But these are the real reasons why I have been successful. And anybody who's successful at anything, to be really honest, these are the secrets that give you that success. And so I wanted to break it down because weight loss and fitness, it's if you don't have these secrets first, you won't have the health, you won't have the weight loss, you won't continue to work out. Without this stuff, without these, basically these foundations, you're not going to succeed long term. And so these foundational truths is what I want to share with you guys tonight. They're really important. And, for the first time in my life, I've been in shape for 5 years, and without these foundational truths in my life and implementing them, I would never be here. And, that me being here doesn't just affect me. You can see, well, she started a company, she's working with other people around the world, but that's what everybody sees. But they don't see how it affects my relationship with my husband. They don't see how not because he judges me, but because of my self-esteem was so low that it affected our relationship, and it affected my business life because I was not confident when I needed to be confident, afraid to make the big decisions because of it gave me so much insecurity in myself. Now, how can weight gain be that way? But it is. Feeling out of control in my diet and in my body left me feeling out of control and unconfident in so many areas of my life, and just put me in that place. So what I wanted to do was I'm going to talk to you guys, and it sounds a little preachy, and I don't care because with so many clients coming on, I have women that have every excuse to why they can't do it. And it just breaks my heart. I had somebody say to me straight out loud a couple of weeks ago, well, I'm afraid of failing. And so I'm afraid of trying another program, failing. Well, she'd already signed up for the program. Here she was. And before she even got started, she was afraid she was going to fail. I said, you know what you're doing? You're failing. And she goes, and I said, you're failing because you aren't trying, because you're afraid to fail. So your fear of failing is causing you to fail. You're failing. You can't even get out of the gate because you're failing. And that was a hard truth, but it smacked her in the face. And she said, I've never thought of that, right? But you're right. You're so right. But see, there's these foundational things. If we don't get them right, ladies, we are going to fail in every area of our life, even this weight loss and keeping it. And so I'm going to go ahead and talk about that tonight. Hi, Viana. Good to see you, hon. Hi, Michelle. And, I'm going to be a little bit preachier tonight. And I hope you hear my heart, because as your coach, I want you to win. I don't want you to come on here and get fit for 12 weeks and then go back to the same old SHIT that you've been dealing with for the other 20 years of your life, or 10 years, or maybe even 5 years. So without getting this one thing right, and there's many things in this one thing, but without getting this right, you're not going to succeed very long if you do it all. Okay, so enough about that. Number one thing that I want to say before I go into this, is if you can fix this right here, if you can fix this, your weight loss dreams and goals is all right here. It's a mental battle. And if you can conquer it mentally, then you'll win it. But if you can't conquer it mentally, then you are not going to win, and you're going to quit, or it's going to be a short-term win. And that is sad to me. So the reason I'm speaking tonight to you is because I want to see you ladies win. As much as I love you, I hope you never come back. If you want to hang out for the ladies and to be coached and to have the accountability and the encouragement, that's good. I'd love to have you. I love having you. But if it's only because you can't succeed without me, then you know, we need to fix that, because I want you to be able to succeed for the rest of your life. And I want you to look back when you're a 90-year-old woman and you would say, thank God I met Alan. And that's really important to me, because I want your life to be changed. I want you to be healthy when you're 90 years old. I want you to be strong when you're 90 years old. And our diet and our workouts has everything to do with it. But if we don't get it right here, we won't get our diet and our workout right. Okay. So that's what this is about. So number one is our decision to make a freaking decision. Some of y'all have come on here and you said, I want to be on your program. Well, you would think that was a decision. I want to lose weight. I want to get fit. You would think that's a decision. But for a lot of ladies, that's not a decision. They still haven't decided. They come on here and they've not really decided. Because a decision means that you have cut off every other path but to find the thing that makes you successful at what you're reaching for. A decision means there is no other way out. I have decided. That's what a real decision is. See, we think in America that a decision means, well, I think I'm going to do it. No, that's not a decision. And guess what? When you don't make a decision, that too is a decision. It is a decision to stay exactly where you are. That's what that decision is. So you have to make it a decision to say, number one is your decision is that I am going to do this. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what the scale says. I don't care what happens to me. I am going to get to my goal. We might need to be flexible in our approach to our decision, but our decision is final. Okay, so we might need to be flexible to get there. It might look different on some days. It might look different from hour to hour. Let's be really real. But we're going to get to that decision. That means we're going to do whatever that decision whatever I have to make a decision on right now. I'm going to do it because I'm going to get to my goal. That's what a real decision is about. And many of you, see, the ladies I got here tonight are the ladies who have made that decision. You've committed, you're in it. I'm proud of you. So I'm preaching to the choir a little bit tonight, and we have a very small group, but I need everybody to hear this. And I want you to remember this. I've made a decision. Okay. Number two is confronting false truths. False truths like, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. Well, you don't start because you're afraid you're going to fail. Guess what? You've already failed. I'm afraid that it's not going to work for me. I don't think I have the money to keep up with the program. You know, I have had women that really wanted to succeed so much that they had a freaking yard sale. They said, I am tired of it. They have gone through their subscriptions and they said, there is stuff I have been paying for that is causing me not to get to my goals. Now that's a woman who has made a freaking decision. She is cutting off any other thing that is keeping her from the decision she has made. We have these false beliefs like I'm too old. Who told you that you're too old? Because that is a false truth. It is not a real factor in your life. You can get to wherever you want to be. But you can limit yourself too. And if you believe these false truths, I don't have what it takes. I don't have the genetics. Bullshit. I call your bullshit. Because guess what? And I'm sorry I cuss, but I'll tell you what, I want you to hear me tonight. Because you can get to wherever you want to go. You know, I don't have the resources. Get resourceful. Holy crap. When I was starting my life over, God, in 2020, I was working for $11.25 an hour and 51 years old and sitting there going, I don't know, man. I don't have any insurance. I don't have a car. I let my husband have the house. I let him have everything. I had nothing but some clothes. And if I would have said, man, 50 is too old to start over again, guess where I would still be? I don't have a college education. Man, I didn't have the resources, but I got resourceful. Now, I was tired of my life. I got resourceful in the way I worked out. I was tired of it. I went to Planet Fitness. It cost me $10. Sometimes I didn't know where that $10 was going to come from, to be really honest. But I did it, you know? And when you get resourceful and you've made a decision, you get resourceful and you face those false beliefs and say, that is a lie. I have been telling myself I don't have time and I am a liar. I have been lying to myself. That is an easy way out. And I have been lying to myself. There's people with much less time than us that are fit, much more fit than I have ever been in my life. So that's a lie, you know, so it's out of my control. I've had women tell me, Allie, we're just aging. It's just out of our control. Just age gracefully. And well, my gracefully sucked, to be really honest. That wasn't gracefully. That was pain and misery and agony. And I felt horrible. I looked worse and my confidence was in the toilet. That was not gracefully. Okay. That is a lie. That is a complete lie. All of us want to have confidence. All of us want to look and feel our best. And that's a bunch of BS, another false truth. Well, you know, we're just getting older. Well, we are just getting older, thank God, but I'm going to go out of here with a freaking bang. You know, we got to think different. We got to think different because these false beliefs are limiting beliefs. They are limiting us and not letting us get to our full potential. We have great potential and we have limited ourselves with all these false beliefs. We got to stop it. It's not only keeping us where we don't want to be physically with our weight and our bodies, but these are things in our lives, in every area of our lives that limit us, from our finances to our relationships, to everything in our life. These are things we need to confront. So I hope you see that what I'm telling you here tonight isn't only going to change your weight and your body and your health. It can transform your entire life, your business, your career, help you start a business, believe in yourself again, help you get resourceful. If you don't have the resources, man, get resourceful. God, one of the best resourceful things I've ever heard was Colonel Sanders. You guys know about him? He didn't start when he was young. He was 60 years old and all he had was a freaking, and I'm telling you this because I want you to get resourceful. All he had was a chicken recipe and he was getting a Social Security check. He said, I can't live off of this thing. So he went and he didn't have Kentucky Fried Chicken yet. And he wanted to be able, he said, if you let me come in here and bring my chicken into your convenience store, you can get all the profit. Just let me come in here. You can have all my profit. He went to over 100 businesses that said no. And finally, he got one that said, okay. Do you know that's where he started? He was 60 something years old and broke and on Social Security. And look what legacy he left. Now, I'm telling you, if he could do that, God, losing some damn weight. Seriously, you think you can't do it? Shoot. You can do anything you want to. He was a fat old white man with a chicken recipe. Dang. Shoot. Anyways, I hope that fires you up. Next thing you need to do is learn from someone who has done what you hope to do. Seriously. And dial in on it. The reason Weight Watchers is a good program. But if you want to look like the Weight Watchers transformation, go over there and do Weight Watchers. If you want to look sculpted and have muscle tone and be fit, then you got to do something different. All weight loss is not created equal. You got to learn from somebody who's done what you hope to do. A nutritionist is a good thing. Nutritionists, there's some amazing nutritionists out there. But if you go to a nutritionist to try to get to where I have been with a nutritionist that's never done what I have done and doesn't have that knowledge because she's never done it, you are screwed. You are not getting to where I am. And so you have to go to the person in your life or somewhere to learn the knowledge to understand how to do it. That's why you're here. Okay? That's why you're here. Because I've done it. I've put in the hours now. And I know how to get to that goal. Was it easy? No. But if you want to be there, you got to do what I did to get to where I've come. Like where I am. If you want to be where I am, you've got to do what I've done. And that's true in life. That's true in business. If you want to succeed at a fitness business, I'm learning from one of the best, really, to be honest. And I don't have access to him. I've got to watch him on YouTube. And he doesn't run just a weight loss business. He runs a successful multi-million-dollar business. And I'm going to tell you what, he's great at everything he does because he's learned from the best. And I'm learning from him. So, you know, I'm getting resourceful. I'm on YouTube every day, listening to videos, how to build my business, how to make a better business. I want it to be something that you guys walk away from not feeling like I was just here to take your money. I want something that is amazing for you. And so I've got to follow the right people myself to understand how to do that. Okay. And you got to do the same. Don't go out there and try to learn from somebody who's never done what you're doing or you hope to do. All right. So one thing, I love this. You don't go ask your Uncle Dave, who's been married 7 times, relationship advice, right? You don't go to your grandmother, who is a golf nut and watches every game on TV, if you want to be a professional golfer. No, you go find somebody who's done it, who knows how to get out there on the field and out there on the green and freaking swing the club and swing it right. Because here's the thing, you can be consistent and your swing be off, ladies. You can be consistent all day long, but if your swing is off, guess what you're going to get? Consistently bad results. So when you're consistent, consistency isn't the only key. You've got to be consistent at the right thing. Michael Jordan is one of my favorite people of all time. His story is crazy awesome. But he said, getting out there and working, he put in more work than anybody, more consistent than anybody, because he wasn't a great basketball player. And he said, but it wasn't about my consistency. It was about getting my shot right and then being consistent. Because if my shot is off, my consistency didn't even matter. You can consistently work on something, ladies, and if it's wrong, you're not going to get to your goal. That's what this game is about. That's why proteins, carbs, and fats and your workouts are important. But you can be consistently doing the wrong thing. I used to work out all the time at the gym, and guess where I got? I got a little stronger. Months in, a little stronger. No body changes. Why? Because my diet was off. I was consistently wrong. I was working too hard to look like that. That's why you got to put all these things into place. Implement the diet, the workout, get in there, the intensity, challenge yourself. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. But challenge yourself, push yourself, man. Do the cardio you hate. I hate it. I know, but you got to do it sometimes, right? And so if you're broke, you don't go to your broke friends and say, what do you think I should do with my money? You go to somebody who succeeded. I've drilled that one in your head long enough. Number 4, understand how to measure progress. I'll tell you, I would like to come to every one of you's house and get that scale and take it out in your backyard and bust it with a sledgehammer, then set that thing on fire. I would love to do it. As a matter of fact, I might make a little trip to some of y'all's house and get her done. Because guess what? The scale is a liar. It can be a total liar. Because you guys hear me say it all the time. I weigh 143 now. I'm gaining muscle and all that. 143. And 4.5 years ago, I weighed 143. I don't even look like the same person. I got to move my chair. Sorry, ladies. Hold on. That sun is just too bright. Oh, goodness. All right. Let me make hold on. Anyway, here we go. I'm trying to stay away from Mama Bird. She's right up there and she's feeding her babies. So I was trying not to be over here. But anyway, you got to be, what was I saying? You got to understand how to measure your progress. You know, I had a girl the other day say, well, my fitness pal told me I should have lost 2 pounds this month, and I haven't. Well, what if you lost some inches? What if you burned some fat and gained some muscle and you're rebuilding your metabolism and your body's changing? Haven't heard from her since. She hadn't made a decision. She's still trying to figure out what decision. Well, one decision she hasn't made is that if she trusts me or not. If you're going to work with somebody, you better trust them, you know? So that's a decision she hasn't made. And then she hasn't made a decision to learn, because it's a learning process. And she also doesn't know how to measure that progress. So long story short, understand how to measure your success and failures. You know, in a business, you look at all kinds of things. You look at your churn rate, how long a customer stays on, what it costs you to get a customer, you know, and your return on that customer, all kinds of things. In weight loss, it's my measurements. How am I feeling? What does the scale say? Yeah, but how much have I really given of myself to get to my goal? There's lots of ways to measure your success, ladies. And you got to know how to measure, or you're going to fail, because that scale has stopped me so many times because I didn't understand how to measure my success. I quit again and again and again and again because I didn't understand how to measure my success. So understand it, learn what to do. The last one that I want to talk about, and I'm going to let y'all go, is this. No one will remember those 12 weeks you were in shape. Listen to me. No one is going to be, oh my God, Allie, remember back in the summer of 2023? You were killing, man, you looked great for 12 weeks. I'm in this for a lifetime, baby. I didn't work this hard to go, oh, I'm going to fail now. I'll start over next year. I'm not working to go to the beach to look good in a bathing suit for people who aren't going to come to my funeral. They won't even know my name. Why am I so worried about going to the beach in damn bikini and in front of people who ain't even going to know me? But I'm going to live here and be out of shape. And I'm sorry, guys, for my husband, for my family, for myself, my confidence in the toilet. But I'm worried about how I'm going to look at the beach for that weekend vacation I got coming in next summer. No, and that can be a goal that helps get you in shape and helps you push yourself. That can be a great goal. But man, that is not your end game. You got to be in this for you, ladies. You got to be in it for the confidence, the way you feel, the way you look, how it makes you better, how it makes your life better in so many ways. And it's not a short-term thing, because short-term isn't going to get you anywhere. You got to be consistent. You've got to remain consistent. At age 55, I'll be 56 in October. I can honestly look back and say, I'm getting better every year. Now that sounds vain. That sounds haughty, but I'm not that person. I'm being honest. I should be going downhill every year according to some of my peers. I should be getting older gracefully and just falling apart every year, just getting worse. You know how it is when you age. All you're just getting worse, you know. The aches and pains, they will just sneak up on you. Come on, y'all. They will. I can't stop myself from aging, but I'm sure going to give it my best. And, you know, I can't control whether I get some disease or whatever. I can't control a lot of that. Some of it I can with diet and exercise. Really can. You can ward off much of it. We underestimate how much control of that we do have. It's not all up in the wind. There's a reason why fat people get type 2 diabetes. There's a reason why obesity is linked, and I know fat people is not the word you're supposed to use, but there's a reason why obesity is linked to heart disease and cancer. If I am overweight and obese, guess what happens to me? I can get really sick. And guess what? If I'm not, I can prevent it. I can prevent it. Does it mean I'm going to prevent cancer for the rest of my life? No, but I sure hope I am. I'm sure doing my best, because some of it's in our hands and some of it's not. But you got to remain consistent because this in and out lifestyle, up and down thing is not going to work. So that means you got to figure it out for your life. Now, I'm going to say one more story, and I'm saying these because I'm not saying these to really reprimand people, but it will feel like a reprimand. But I want you to hear my heart. So I got a text from a lady that says, I can't do the program anymore. I'm moving. And it's just a hard time, you know. And I thought, I'm moving too. Well, here's what happened on my move. All right. On my move, and her move might be just as bad. Maybe it's worse, but I guarantee it's probably not. On my move, my ex-father-in-law died. And so our movers were our kids that were going to help us move. I had to go to another state. So here Wade and I are. We should have just hired a moving team, but I was afraid they're going to go through my stuff, wreck all my things. I'd rather do it myself. I got a team of people, you know, and that's how I am. I'm just suspicious. I guess I'm suspicious. And so I'm not going to let them steal my stuff. It took me too long to work for it. And go through my panty drawer and stuff. I can't do it. So we're going to move this stuff ourselves, you know. We're strong. We can do this. All my family is in shape. All my kids are fit. You know, even my son-in-laws are fit. And so we're like, oh, we all can do this. We're going to get it done. And they had to leave the state. So then here me and Wade, two badasses. We're going to do it ourselves. You know, so we got this whole house to move, and we're sitting there going, oh my gosh. And then it starts raining, and the electric goes out. And so here we are. So we're trying to move, and then I'm trying to finish moving and work. So I'm on the phone and I'm moving stuff while I'm on the phone, coaching y'all and just doing the stuff I got to do, building diets and setting people up in Trainerize and all this stuff. So then on top of that, we lost the electric, everything. Then I got a virus. And then it put me in the bed for 24 hours. I mean, I was so sick. I lost 4 pounds. So I was sick, and I don't get sick like that. This virus hit me. Okay, ladies. So when she gave me this text about she's moving and she can't stay on her diet right now, I wanted to go, well, damn, I'm moving too. I stayed on my diet and didn't even think about it. I didn't think about it. And for one, I've built habits. All right. I've built habits. So because I've been consistent for a long time, I built habits that didn't even bother me. I just slapped 2 pieces of bread down on the counter and put some meat on top of it and eat my sandwich, you know? And I wrote her back and I said, I hope you hear my heart. I hope you hear my heart. But it only takes a few seconds to make a sandwich. And you can put it right in your diet. 2 pieces of bread and slap some meat on the top, throw you some mustard on there. You're good to go. Grab you a drink and you're out the door. You are moving. You are still moving. I said, and if you want to go sit down, go to a restaurant. And it's no different for you to order a piece of grilled chicken and put it on a salad, whatever you got to do. Sirloin steak and no butter and a sweet potato on the side. No, it doesn't make any difference. You can still stay on your diet. You can still make your goals. But you know what? She hadn't made a decision. Number one, what we talked about, she hadn't made a decision. She hadn't set herself up for success. And that is the difference. One more thing quick, and I promise I will let you go. This is the last story. And you might have heard it already. Went to a restaurant. Ladies commented, oh my gosh, you look so fit. I just came from the gym, so I was in my gym stuff. You look so fit. Oh my gosh, where do you find the time? We just don't have the time. And, we just really don't have time to get in the gym. And I'm going to tell you, it was a grandmother, her daughter, and a granddaughter. The granddaughter was about 5. All of them were very obese. Even the 5-year-old child. I mean, very obese. Didn't have time to do what I do. Okay. So we sat down to order. And when their food came, don't you know, I looked over at the plates. Everything was fried. And they even had real Cokes. It wasn't that they didn't have the time. That was a false belief. We were in there the same amount of time. I was making different decisions. Right? And those decisions, I had made a decision to succeed. My plate was salmon, a plain baked sweet potato, and a salad with the dressing on the side because I could control it. And I had water with lemon. Looked a lot different. It was about decisions. So ladies, I hope you take in all I said tonight. Because I want to see you succeed. And I know I was on my soapbox. But it's about, this is how you succeed. This is the secret sauce to your success. People ask me all the time, what's your secret? What's your secret? What is your biggest secret? They think I'm gonna say higher protein. Well, girl, if it's just higher protein, then everyone would be doing it. Dang, I can easily get more chicken and get to where she is. No. If it's just working out, then everybody in the gym will look like a freaking rock star. I have been to the gym and seen the same people in there for years. And they're still out of shape, and they were out of shape when they were there years ago. They don't look no different. So it's not about the gym. It's about the total thing. You got to get your shit dialed in. If your swing is off, you're going to be consistently off. You got to get it dialed in. Dial in your stuff. Okay. I love you, ladies. Thank you for listening to me preach. I feel so much better now. I love y'all. You have a great night, and let's freaking kill this thing. And if you need help, you are not on your own. You are not on your own. There is no dumb question. If you can't figure out how to stay on your calories, your macros, how to do it, how your workout sucks, I don't care what it is. We'll fix it. I want you to succeed. I want you to build a lifestyle here that sets you up for success for the rest of your life. All right. Have a great night, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.